Now, I would call this a pinch me property. And the reason I say that is when you're arriving home, you're waiting for your beautiful electric gates to open, up your winding driveway to your beautiful house. What could be better? Welcome to Redlands. So we step straight into the grand entrance hall. This property is just over 4,000 square feet of accommodation, and a lot of that space is on the ground floor, which I think is very special. So down just a couple of steps, we are in what could be considered as the main reception space. Solid oak floors, a big beautiful log burner and a solid hearth and surround. It's a great room for all seasons. Now, via a couple of steps on different floor levels, you have an area of reception here and an additional area of reception just behind me. The two additional stepped up areas offer their own bit of personality. Both, I might add, have access to the garden. So this is one of those rooms where on a hot day you can bring the outside in, but equally, if it is a bit colder, you can really wrap up, put the fire on and enjoy that bit of cosy relaxation. If you like a nice kitchen, then feast your eyes on this. A hand-built Eric Bates kitchen. They've been crafted to perfection. And what we really love about this kitchen is the blend of classical meets contemporary. So the current owners have undergone some extensive renovations in their tenure at the property. They've had the kitchen fully sanded down and repainted it, and then put all new handles on in a beautiful wrought iron ornate style. Some of the classical additions I think they've really got right. Big, beautiful range cooker, rolled edge granite countertops, the butler sink, and all of the classical taps. So it does amplify that level of grandeur, and the space extends and extends. This is the part of the home which I would consider to be my favourite, and it's that room that you have to just stop when you get in here and just say, wow, you've got loads of space, beautiful oak flooring, a multitude of LED spot down lighting, but the big feature for me, look at the size of that big, beautiful fireplace. You have views of your garden, and you can access that via double doors. You have windows looking over the substantial front lawns and garden, and to give you a scope in terms of scale, this is a baby grand piano, and it doesn't eat any of the room at all. Now, accessed from the first floor landing, we are greeted by this whopper of a master suite. This is the main bedroom area. Just beyond us here is a beautifully designed and maintained ensuite. The property did boast 6 bedrooms, all accessed from the landing. Well, one of the owners in particular has a bit of a thing for bags. So in efforts to create more space, they've just put wardrobes in front of the door so it's still there, and knocked the space through here to create a very big and well-appointed dressing room. Have a look at this. So including that beautiful master suite, off this landing you have another 4 double bedrooms, including a very well appointed and modernised 4-piece family bathroom. Now, as I'm sure you will agree, the house is spectacular, and the property stands very proud in its plot. It's almost equidistant, albeit a little bit more out the back, but you are standing on grounds of 1.6 acres. It's fully south-facing, and all you've got beyond your own private woodland are views of the rolling countryside, and in a very, very far distance will you get to another property. But in order to do that, you're going to need some binoculars, or as we have, a drone. So what I can imagine on a beautiful hot summer's day, you can have people spilling out from the kitchen, enjoying the conveniences of having the table and the sun lounges there. But just over here, here is my favourite part. Now, the current owners in their tenure have instructed a very reputable local firm to create this one-of-a-kind pergola. I think if this was my property, this is where I would be. Both sides of the boundary are greeted by what must be over 20 foot of hedgerows on both sides, your own private woodland at the bottom, so you are very much, as you can see from all angles, completely hidden from view and private. So if you like to sunbathe in a particular way, you'll be fine here. You've just seen the gardens, and part of that 1.6 acres of grounds is substantial frontage. It has that synonymous windy driveway that you would expect at this level of the market. This is one of the most prominent roads in Norfolk, and everybody that knows about it wants to live here. And as it is one big conservation area, you have beautiful tree, shrub and hedgerow borders which are protected. So you know that when you buy into somewhere like this, it's not going to drastically change, which I think is something to behold. Wroxham offers convenience on multiple levels. As you know, I love the water, so you've got lots of access points to the water, being to feed the ducks or explore the local Broads on the hire boats that are available. Loads of pubs, eateries, even the synonymous Royals of Wroxham. And it's pretty good for pike, bream and perch too. Now, unfortunately for you lot, that is all we've got time for. However, Dan's off to get some sausages from Roy's. I'll then stick them on the barbie. Bliss. If you could see yourself doing that on occasion or even every day, and you are interested in prime homes like these, call us today and allow us to help you with your move.